Good evening, class. Let me get in my teachery seat. Okay, so I had to just fix my hair because it was kind of rough. So in tonight's lesson, I'm going to try to challenge you to expand the way that you think about things that have not gone so well in your life when it pertains to, business endeavors. If you started a business, if you had a website, and you perceived it as a failure because you're currently not doing that. Let's open up your belief systems a little bit and help reframe that so you can look at it, because I feel like in every single experience that you have, there's jewels and gems in there. Nothing can get left behind. Leave no crumbs, because even when it feels like you're failing or things are not going your way, a quick perspective can change your life. So if you want to be my student this evening, I want you to take out a piece of paper, and you don't have to do this right now. Pay attention to the video, save it, and go back. And think of your last 3 things that you tried to do, whether it was a business, a job, you got it, right? And instead of looking at it as things went bad, try to pick out at least 3 things that you learned from that job, or that job or experience has taught you, and write them down. And then whatever you're doing right now, whatever space that you're in, connect the dots and see how those experiences from those things that you're currently not doing that you perceived as failing are actually helping you right now. In my last video, I shared that I don't have y'all try to do anything that I didn't do first. So I'm going to share some of my things. Some may be 2, some may be 3. But something I want you to start getting into your skull and your mind is that you should start being more excited or happy about failing or experimenting, I decide to use, because the quicker you do it and fail through things, the quicker that you learn. And it's actually supposed to be exciting, not something you judge yourself for. So several years ago, when I was in Christianity, I created this ministry called Young Women Pursuing Christ, and I was super excited about it. And that is no more, clearly, because I'm not a Christian and my beliefs have significantly changed. But what that experience had taught me was, well, first of all, it got me into a routine of researching and really trying to find answers and to put together quote-unquote messages, or being able to put together lessons. So that was the very first time I really did that outside of like school. I got to choose to do it. I gathered the information and presented it. It also helped me with discipline because I was super committed to it. And so I would wake up every day, even as a single mom at the time, like 5 o'clock, working a full job, and would get that done. And I was so disciplined with getting that, like writing stuff out and everything. And then that was actually the first thing I did that would really put me out on the digital space. Even though I had 1 subscriber for several years, it taught me how to get more comfortable on camera and to be able to talk for several minutes at a time. So that really helped me, even though it is no more. The second thing that I did was a cleaning business. And the cleaning business was one of those things. It was during the pandemic, and so I just wanted to find something to do to make money, and I was really, really good at it. And so that one wasn't too bad for me to stop. It didn't take me long to realize like I didn't want to grow that, because I didn't want to have to be responsible for any workers and the people like in my work, and trying to find somebody to be as good as me, because some people just like what they like and who they like. So with that business, I realized this. Oh yeah, I already said that. So my first experience as an entrepreneur, that job taught me how to really be an entrepreneur. and how to market myself and build a clientele and get paid and set my own schedule. And that also helped with improved time management and communication. Now, let me back up here because this is super important, the marketing and the time communication with what I'm doing now. So even though it failed with the business in that aspect, or I'm not doing it, it's still something I'm able to use today. So I don't feel like I wasted my time because I gained something from that experience. Same thing for the young woman pursuing Christ. The discipline, the research, I'm still doing that now. Camera presence, hi, still doing that now. Nothing was wasted. So then I had a gift basket business, and that didn't last super long, but it really helped me tap into my creativity because I used to think I'm not an artist, so I had trouble really tapping into my creative side, but that allowed me to really experience that because people gave me creative freedom. They would tell me the color scheme and just ideas, and so that really helped me be like, oh my goodness, you are creative. You're not going to sit here and paint a picture, but you have creativity. The stuff I would do to the baskets, how I would wrap it and organize it, all creativity. It also helped me take pictures because I believe that was like when I really started taking pictures, and again, still kind of marketing things, so that was good. And then I put here, this was probably the very first thing, like I could say I felt in my body more so than not, because the cleaning was like I already kind of wasn't like but this one was like, man, as much as I love this creativity, I'm excited, it's pulling out my creativity, that I realized I needed to stop because kind of getting to the digital space and people wanting to send money through apps and not really having gift baskets and paying for that and all that. So that was the first time I was like, man, even though I'm passionate about it, this was short-lived. The other one was being like an influencer, UGC type of person. I love that, and I've always wanted to be that because I love sharing information. I love to share things that are helpful, right? But that showed me, the lack of integrity and inauthenticity in that space. So it really just helped me kind of be more humble. I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to do that. I want to be true to myself, and trying to be an influencer and working with a lot of these brands and companies. I'll leave it there. This also pushed me to really look within because I had to start looking at my values and the things that I really wanted. And I'm like, do I really want this kind of life where people are telling you you're not good enough, or you don't have the look, or you're boring? And so I had to really look within and decide, you know what do I feel? And if I don't feel aligned with what they want me to do and I don't have the look, then I don't have the time for this. Let me see. Yeah, and this is the first time that I began to really be a student to, just kind of like a student, because I really wanted to understand how to be an influencer, how to get the numbers up, the engagement. So I really spent almost a year learning from other people how to do this. And again, this just helped me also be a student, because it's one thing to be a teacher, but a teacher always still has a teacher. So that was that. I think there was one more thing that I did. Let me look. Oh, yes. So a social media coach, because once I was a student, I felt confident to be able to teach what I learned with a little twist. So it showed me I was able to get really good clientele. This also showed me that I was able to have people who cared about my insight and my perspective and trusted me to help provide results. And it helped me really like learn how to prioritize certain platforms, because you can't be everywhere all the time. There's certain ones that your content may be great, and then sometimes it's not. So this really helped me. And again, I didn't go through this with everything, but everything that I had gone through that I'm no longer doing, I'm still able to use a lot of the skills from that now. Now with the social media, I'm actually got certified as a social media coach, because I have more information, / visibility coach. So that I'm actually still doing, but I have more information. So class, that's it. Have a good evening.